Welcome to the Belasco Theater. This show has no intermission, and please, absolutely no photo, video, or audio recordings of any kind. Please to turn off all cellular telephones and documentation devices. It's only been 8 hours since the assault. We must control unauthorized digital rubbernecking. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the best efforts of our enemies, hit me!
Slavery and freedom, man and woman, top! Oh my fucking God. Oh my God, you're so sweet. What the fuck is happening over here? I'm not doing that shit again. Oh my God, you're so sweet. I do love a warm hand on my entrance. My name is Hendrik. Please welcome the Angrians. Here they are. And my husband, man, Friday through Thursday, Yitzhak over here. There's no need, there's actually none. I'm thrilled you could join me for this special one-night-only performance here at the beautiful Belasco Theatre. When it comes to huge openings, a lot of people think of me. Certainly Bob Wankel of the Schubert organization. On bended broken knee did I beg Bob for my Broadway debut. He told me not to talk with my mouth full. You may have noticed that I'm working on my last leg. Yes, this morning I was kneecapped by an unidentified assailant outside the 6th Avenue dress barn. A conspiracy has not been ruled out. A number of Broadway headliners have been brought in for questioning. I was shocked to learn that Sting is considered a person of interest. Trying to say is tonight you're seeing the show with the original cast. We're going to need the crate. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, because of the leg, it's going to be a crate show. I'm moved right now. You know, it's like I'm in the middle of a movement. I'm moved by the simple fact that this cruelly abridged corpus is presently cloistered in the birthplace of Awake and Sing, of Oration in the Sun, and most recently, Hurt Locker the musical, which opened last night and it closed at intermission. Bob Wankel let us have the set for one more night before they strike it. So once again. Think of me as a theatrical hermit crab. One that's just wriggled into its new shell. How's it look on me over here? Obligatory cheers ring hollow in my ears, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be honest, many more of you have only recently become aware of me. Yeah, it took a tragedy to make you finally pay attention, but now you're interested, you're intrigued even. Who is this Hedwig? Why have we never heard about her before, Jerry? That's a question I've been asking myself for years. How did some slip of a girly boy from communist East Berlin become the internationally ignored song stylist barely standing before you? A boy interrupted, or a woman in beta, if you will. That's what I want to talk about tonight. I'm not here to talk about calamity or scandal. I'm not here to talk about my relationship with a certain well-known rock icon, Tommy Gnosis. Even though at this very moment, by some freak coincidence with no prior knowledge on my part or my people's parts, tonight he's launching his tour of atonement just a block away in Times Square. It's But there's somebody else I want to thank for the way they've handled this tragedy with incredible loyalty in the face of a lot of lies. I'm talking about you, my fans. Together, no one's going to tear us down. Saying opening number. What are the odds? I wrote every song on that album. And by the way, TMZ got it right. He was driving, he was on blow, he was getting blown by yours truly, and he did hit that school bus full of deaf children. One survived, now blind. I told him everything he knows and has apparently forgotten about rock and roll. He barely mentions my name on that giant sucking sound that Anderson Cooper calls a show. I'm sure you all saw, because if you hadn't, I'd be singing to the coat check, and if I was lucky, James Franco at the back with a handicap. All the privileges of homosexuality and none of the responsibilities. Sorry, James, I'm wide open tonight. You're looking at a locker full of hurt. See, ladies and gentlemen, the road is my home. My home? It's the road I just told you. When I think about all the people I've come upon in my travels, I have to think about the people who have come upon me. The geography of human contact, the triangulation of a pair of eyes on my face, the latitude and longitude of a hand on my body. These are the only clues I have to my place in the world, to who I am. Who is Mystery Woman? I laugh unnaturally. Because I cry if I don't. You know, I recently found my first diary, age 2 through 6. It was fully illustrated. And I realized that so many people have touched me on my way to this stage tonight. How can I say who touched me the most? My father, the American GI. He left when I was barely old enough to speak my first words. Daddy, when I grow up, I'll kill you. Perhaps it was my East German mother. No, when she touched me, it was usually by accident, you know, reaching for the beans at the table. Oops, touch you, that'll never happen again. Except one day we were watching Jesus Christ Superstar on American Forces television, and I turned to Mother. Jesus said the darndest things. She slapped me. Don't you ever mention that name to me again. But he died for our sins. So did Hitler. What? Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Better to be powerless. My son, you know, when the wall went up, she got her wish. We happened to be living on the east side, and Mother was given a job teaching sculpture to limbless children. Socialism, God rest its soul. Obama. I didn't mean to say that out loud. It's just that he is the finger in the dike, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a flood coming. Obama. Obama had a transgender nanny as a boy in Indonesia. You can Google that shit. I also Googled that Indonesian nannies sometimes masturbate their young charges to sleep. Poor Michelle. Nap time at the White House. What the fuck was I talking about? Most of my time as a child was spent listening to American Forces radio. Oh, you have no idea how important you once were. Our apartment was so small that Mother made me play it in the oven. Late at night, I would rest my head on the top rack and listen to the American masters, Tony Tennille, Debbie Boone, Anne Murray, who was actually a Canadian working in the American idiom. And then there were the crypto homo rockers, Lou Reed, Iggy fucking Pop, David Bowie was actually an idiot working in America and Canada. These artists left as deep an impression on me as that oven rack did on my face. To be a young American in muskrat love, soft as an easy chair, not even the chair, I am, I said, have I never been mellow? Have I never tried? And the colored girls said, do, 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 do. I sang along. Do, 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 but never with a melody. How could I do it better than Tony or Lou? Once I couldn't resist. It can't be wrong when it feels. Mother threw a tomato at my head. But you know, I was really quite content to sing gentle backup harmonies in my oven while Mother sculpted in the shower. When the hour grew late and it was time for bed, Mother would shout from the bathroom, "Well, that's me!" And I would reply from the kitchen, "Well, I guess that's me too." We would wash our feet, we would brush our teeth, we would lay down on the narrow pallet that we had shared since Daddy left, like two pieces of a puzzle that don't quite fit, but are sort of jammed together and left on a table by some dangerous shut-in with too much fucking time on his hands. I'm completely dilated right now. I'd like to share with you a bedtime story that Mother once whispered to me in the dark and later retracted. Whatever allowed her to tell such a story to such a little boy, I'll never know. But I remember it like it happened yesterday. When the earth was still flat, clouds made of fire, mountains stretched up to the sky, sometimes higher. Oaks on the earth like big rolling kegs. They had two sets of arms, they had two sets of legs, they had two faces peering out of one giant head, so they could watch all around them as they talked while they read at midnight and knew nothing of love was before all. The origin of love, the origin of love, the origin of love, the origin of love. Now there were three sexes then, one that looked like two men glued up back to back, the children of the sun, and similar in shape and girth, the children of the earth. They look like two girls rolled up in one, and the children of the moon was like a vulture of the spoon. There was but some part of the blood side. Gods grew quite scared of our strength and defiance, and Thor said, "I'm gonna kill them all with my hammer, like I killed the giants." But Zeus said, "No, you better let me use my lightning like scissors, like I cut the legs off the whales, dinosaurs into lizards." And then he ground up some bullets, he let a laugh, said I'll split them right down the middle. Down saw you, we just split in two. He was looking at me, I was looking at you. You had a way so familiar, I couldn't recognize, 'cause you had blood on your face. I had blood in my eyes, but I could swear by your expression that the pain down in your soul was the same going down in my head. Oh, that's the pain that cuts a straight line down through the heart. We called it love, but right on, try to shove ourselves back together. We were making love, making love. It was a cold, dark evening, such a long time ago. I'm not in the joke. It was a sad story, how we became lonely, two creatures. The story, yours you love, yours you love, yours you love, yours you love. I do love a good scrim job. When Mother finished her story, she began to snore. But I had to go somewhere I could think. I crept into the kitchen and put my head in the oven. Thank you, darling. It's the greatest love of all. It is clear that I must find my other half. But is it a he or a she? Was it daddy? He went away. Was it mother? I was suddenly afraid to go back to bed. What does this person look like? Is he identical to me? Or somehow complementary? Does my other half have what I don't? Did he get the looks? The luck? The love? Were we really separated forcibly, or did he just run off with the good stuff? Or did I? Will this person embarrass me? What about sex? Oi. I'm German, but I can't say oi. Is that how we put ourselves back together again? Is that what Daddy was trying to? Or can two people actually become one again? And if we're driving on the Autobahn when it happens, can we still use the diamond lane? Practical questions. I am German. Questions of wholeness, of completion. Think of it. I thought of it. I thought of the power. The gods would be terrified. Jetzt, was machst du da verdammt nochmal? God! Pouring my heart out. You're over there like masturbating with acrylic hair. It's not even real hair, for Christ's sake. Shit, it's like immigration. Yes, it brings everything into focus, doesn't it? Complimentary, baby. If you behave, I might let you shave my... Sorry you had to hear that, ladies and gentlemen. When I met him, he said he wanted to be a model. A foot model, maybe. What the fuck was that? I was so late, it had an agenda. Don't take sides. There are no sides when one has no passport. get enough of that. I'm the opposite of paranoid. I'm pronoid. I am under the delusion that I am surrounded by people trying to help me. That's my hair. Screams of horror. How would you describe my hair in a nutshell? Effortless work? Okay, gorgeous. It's a little dull. What? Spiff? Stiff. Genius. I like the us words. Very
Celestial.
socially advantageous. Sometimes I think my hair is so big because it's so full of screams. You said morally ambiguous. It's kind of modern, isn't it? It's kind of modern to wonder whose hair it was. Originally. Alive, dead? Is it some single Sri Lankan mother of 10? Grows it out, bleaches it, cuts it off, has another child. It's a global economy, though. Don't look at me like that, Mr. Vegan in a leather jacket. I ran the right to feel nothing. I had my heart removed to fit into this fucking dress, I'll tell you. Suddenly the perfect sample size. I realized there was only one person who had ever been there for me in my life. That person was me. An accident was a cry for help. I was yelling help to me. What about me? Without me, he never would have swerved into that oncoming short bus and revived his moribund career with a well-timed redemption tale. Gag ought to be damned. It all went down in the newly annoying meatpacking district. Applause, but then there's some Russian oligarch faces over it. You're the meat being packed. I had just been barred from entering the Jane Hotel. Apparently I wasn't one of those bottle service bitches, you know, with the heels moving across. Ducklings, packs of ducklings across the cobblestones. I'm cold. I'm tweeting that I'm cold. I'm hashtag cold. I'm wearing Kleenex. A limo pulled up in front of the hotel. I stepped into it, naturally mistaking it for my own. I will cut a bitch. I said. I'm moving away from, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to use the space. Look at me using the space. Great! I just insulted you and you came running. You're like a self-hating helper monkey. Touch me, you're like bi-curious George. In the limo. Sorry, I'm not in Midtown in my head. Where's downtown? Is it in Queens? Is it a sandbar off Governor's Island? What the fuck was I talking about before? I'm lost again. The limo. The limo, in the limo sat Tommy Gnosis. We were both astonished. It had been years. So we dropped the driver off. Yes, we drove up and down the island doing drugs, catching up, as you do. We talked about the disappointing sales of his sophomore album, the one he wrote without me. The first one went triple platinum. The latest barely went pewter. He spoke of his loneliness. I reminded him of happier days. I just couldn't keep my mouth shut. You know the rest. When the story broke, I had nothing from him. Nothing, nothing. Not even today. Not even a text after I was rendered transplegic. I mean, last week, you know, his people appear. They offer me a small fortune to keep all this to myself, as if I'd accept their filthy lucre, as if selling a tabloid story of someone else's pain was my only means of support, as if I hadn't already launched my new fragrance, Atrocity by Hedwig. It's a fragrance for a man or a woman, or a man and a woman. Or a woman. Or a man. I digress. One day in the late mid-80s, I was in my early late 20s. I had just been dismissed from university after delivering a brilliant lecture on the aggressive influence of German philosophy on rock and roll, entitled "You Can't Always Get What You Want." But if you try sometime, you just might find you get what you need to. Where were you? 26, my academic career was over. I had never kissed a boy, and I was still sleeping with mom. The search for my other half on this side of the wall had proved futile. But how might he be found on the other side? But how to get over? People died trying. People blew up balloons made of their grandmother's flesh. Such were the thoughts flooding my tiny head. On the day that I was sunning myself in an old bomb crater I had discovered near the wall. I am naked, I am face down on a piece of broken church, inhaling a fragrant westerly breeze. The new McDonald's has just opened on the other side. God, I deserve a break today. I never tasted glücklich meal, and I'm loving it. The sun is hot, but I feel a sudden chill. I look over my shoulder. A head-shaped shadow is resting on the pillow of my ass. Girl, I sure don't mean to annoy you, but my name is Sergeant Luther Robinson. I turn my body to face him. My name is Hansel. Luther is silent for a moment as he stares at my little bishop in a turtleneck. Okay. Hansel, you must like candy. I like gummy beartjes. Out of his pocket comes a strange, American-looking packet that says gummy bears. Gummy bears. A selected single clear bear. It's the biggest one I've ever seen. The taste is completely different from a gummy bear. Somehow familiar, but it's much sweeter than a gummy bear. It's much softer than a gummy bear. Its little gummy body stretches on the rack of my molars. Wow. I feel so optimistic. He pours me a handful, his eyes heavy with an unfamiliar desire. Could it be a desire to please me? I suddenly recognize the flavor in my mouth. It's the taste of power. It's not that. God damn it, Hansel, I cannot believe you're not a girl. You are so fine. Why don't you take the whole bag? He searches my face for news of his fate. His expression echoed in scores of tiny faces pressing against clear plastic, panting faces of every imaginable color and creed and non-Aryan origin, fogging up the bag like the windows of a Polish bathhouse. It's only a shower! Absolute power! I push Luther away. I stumble naked through the ruins, back towards blander, less complicated confections, leaving in my wake a trail of rainbow carnage. The next day, Hudson follows the trail back. We're lying on my slab of 3 Milky Ways, a roll of Necco wafers, some pop rocks, and a giant Westside sugar daddy named Luther. Electric drops and Jack Rollins. Hey sugar daddy, Hanson needs some sugar in it all. I found China on the linen, polish up the chrome. If you got some sugar for me, sugar daddy, bring it home. Flash up glasses, young mom, slicing honey bear. Sugar daddy, bring me Versace blue jeans, like designer underwear. Sugar daddy, we will dress up like the disco dancing, jet setting my landing ground. If you got some sugar for me, sugar daddy, bring it home. Over here, it looks structurally sound. Everything you bring me got me dripping like a honeycomb. If you got some sugar for me, say that every oh, it's a face that sees five. Like a show, like a flick screen on the road. It's the sweetest taste I've known.
You look so fine in a velvet dress with heels and a rhinestone.
I'm never put on women's clothes except for once my mother's camisole. Chocolate clam shell wrap, don't see if my smell of fun. If you got some sugar for me, sing it out. Yeah. It's a tribute to the soul. That's your connector and the cold. From the Ukraine to the road. Sweet on me valley. Lord, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. Here, ladies and gentlemen. Squeeze you into my agenda. What does my tomorrow look like? I believe I have a number of appointments and an even greater number of disappointments. You can be my first disappointment of the day. What's your plan? Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, Yitzhak, that's amazing. Oh, my grinder's blowing up. No idea we were so close to a seminary. Somebody didn't turn their phone off over here. Wow, yeah, 8 feet away, okay. 4 feet away. That would be you. Would you like to come up here and explain yourself? Don't, you know this fourth wall means nothing to me. Don't argue with a lonely woman. My sugar daddy. What's your name? David. David. No, according to this, it's America's Next Top Bottom. Amazing what can happen in the theater. It's live. Nothing's being documented, you know, it's the theater. Tell me, do you believe in GPS?
Yes.
You do. You're very reverent about that.
It's reliable.
It really is. Let's test it for everyone right now. Why don't you face your former wife? Now, tell me where you are technically right now.
Uncomfortable.
Then you've got a new car. There's no car. Actually, according to this, you're -1 inch away from me. But you know what? I'm not even touching the sides. Tighten up a little. It's a little bit like ringing the dinner bell. It's like clang, clang, clang. Oh, come on. What? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll have to use my stage training. You're like a serial killer at buzz. You just keep killing. What was I talking about? Oh, right. Me. Luther and I got married. It wasn't a traditional wedding. No, for example, when he popped the question, I believe I was on my knees. We're back. We're back. Great. Great white way, baby. I invited Luther home for dinner. After dessert, he produces a ring, an application for American citizenship, and a wig. He loves me, Mother. He wants to marry me and get me the hell out of here. I put the wig on my head. It's a hideous beige shag, Mother. Is this plan so crazy that it just might work? Mother's face might have been a photograph. It was so still. Get me my passport and my camera, Hansel. I know a certain party. It's a simple cut and paste job. We change the photo and you can use my name. Hedwig Schmidt. Not so simple, lady. Baby, you know I love you. I'm always thinking of you. But I gotta marry you here. East Berlin, that means a full physical examination. But they'll see right away that, baby, to walk away, you gotta leave something behind. Am I right, Mrs. Schmidt? I've always thought so, Luther. Hansel, to be free, one must give up a little part of oneself. And I know just the doctor to take it. Don't know, go! short. When I woke up from the operation, I was bleeding down there. I was bleeding from the gash between my legs. It's my first day as a woman. Already it's that time of the month. But 2 days later, the hole closed up. The wound healed and I was there. With a 1 inch round the flesh. What my penis used to be, what my vagina never was, it was a 1 inch round of flesh. With the scar running down it like a sideways grimace on an eyeless face. Just look about. 6 inches forward, 5 inches back. I got every inch. 6 inches forward, 5 inches back. I got every inch. 6 inches forward, 5 inches back. The train is coming and I'm touching the track to the track. I'm trying to get up but I can't get the slack. I got every inch, every inch. 6 inches forward, 5 inches back. Stay undercover till the rest of the night. The black light is down, set to attack. I got every inch, every inch.
November 9, 1988. A tiny registrar's office with a breathtaking view over the wall. Herr Hansel Schmidt becomes Mrs. Hedwig Robinson.
Tomorrow I am leaving on a jet plane, and by the time I get to Phoenix, love will keep us together. Because I'm just an embryo with a long, long way to go. You know too much to go back and pretend.
November 9, 1989. Junction City, Kansas.
I sit in my mobile home and on bootleg cable watch the wall come down. Divorced, penniless, a woman. At last I miss mother. I consider calling Berlin, but remember with envy her recent escape to sunny Yugoslavia. Perhaps Luther will pick up. It's only been a month since he ran off with that bad boy he met on ChristianMingle.com. Or whatever we called it back then. Church! What am I doing? He was never the one. He was never the missing half. I catch myself in the mirror and for the first time see clearly the horror hunkering on my head. The same carpet remnant that Luther presented me with a year ago to disguise my receding. I'm receding. I tear the wig from my scalp. I hurl it across the room in a pile of unopened anniversary presents. There it lies. Fading shock. My personal hair system. My personal hair. My head. Big. One night like this, when the world is helping others, and the lights go down across the trailer park, I get down belong to birds of the big man. When it's time to punch the clock, I put on some makeup, turn on TikTok, and people wake back up my head. Suddenly I'm Miss Midwest midnight checkout queen. Until I head home, I put myself to bed. Until I wake up and I turn back to myself. Some girls, they got natural heels. They wear it any way they please, with a French flip curls, perfume magazines. Wear it up, let it down. This is the best way that I've found to be the best you have ever seen. I put on some makeup, turn on the 8-track. I'm pulling a wig down from the shelf. Suddenly on this mirror faucet from TV. Until I wake up, I turn back to myself. Sad time, never mind, what the hell will do? Sausage girls, chicken wings, it's all because of you. With your blow job, double back, tell me what to do. Flip, throw, fix, drop, it's all because of you. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. Oh, it's my favorite part of the show when I don't have to do a goddamn thing. Okay, put down your $75 sippy cups and draw your attention to the beautiful set piece above. Thank you, Bob Wanko. At the very top, there's a panel for some words. You know what to do. You've done it before. You'll do it again. That's right. Just follow the bouncing balls. Put on some makeup. I cut. Turn up the 8-track. What the fuck is an 8-track? Pulling the wig down from the shelf. Yeah, suddenly I'm this punk rock star, stage and scream, and I'm never turning back. Ooh, baby, ooh, baby. So sorry. I'm so glad you had your glasses on. I thought I was downtown. I thought I was on that sandbar near Governor's Island. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a rock and roll gesture. Very high ticket price for a rock and roll gesture, isn't it? What? Oh, it's a heavy metal gesture, right. You want to see a punk rock gesture now? It's the direction of the aggression that defines the act. Oh shit, I forgot. Ladies and gentlemen, in a matter of moments you shall see Hedwig complete. No, I call it my Sarah Jessica Parker. Stop touching me! Some bitch stopped me on the way in. What poor unfortunate creature had to die for you to wear that? My Aunt Trudy. How about this band, ladies and gentlemen? On bass, we have the Squeezability, that's it. On drums, the unreliable Schlatko. On guitar, the unreachable Kashishkov. And my trusted musical director, the unpronounceable I can never get that. What is it again? Right, the sound of crumbs being swept off the table. It's a mnemonic device. Now I can get this. Let's do it again. What is it? One more time, one more. Will you accept? I'm gonna buy him a vowel. Buy him a vowel. I'm gonna break the piggyback and buy him a vowel. I love these guys, you know, they're so talented, so very happy to, what? What is that? Pick it up. I told you to sweep it up with that carabinet broom over there. What is it? The love theme from the Hurt Locker. Just what we need, isn't it? Honey, what is it? You feeling something? When's the last time you felt something? Oh, you're so cute. Look at this apostrophe. In your language, it denotes something missing, doesn't it? A missing letter, missing something. Honey, why don't you sing that, okay? I'm going to take a dump. Where's the bucket?
Can I have a B flat?
Don't worry, you'll be flat.
We found sanctuary in the hurt locker, a spot of safety on the road. Love can be scary in the hurt locker. It's tender and it's raw. We're filled with shock and awe, and we will be consumed when love explodes.
Edina was better in the role.
We will be consumed when love explodes.
No, you don't. Let it go. Let it go. How dare you? Get over here. Break! Hijack my show. That's right. Get over to the principal's office now! Look at you. You're so fucking cute. You know, he defended me this morning. Outside the dress barn. That guy came at me with a pipe and a Michael C. Hall mask. That guy would have had it if he hadn't dove into the culotte section. It's the safest thing he could have done. Now, who's going to follow somebody into the culotte? I I met him during my great Croatian tour of the late mid-early 90s. And he was the most famous drag queen in Zagreb. My late manager, Phyllis Stein, thought he'd make a great opening act in... Phyllis recently succumbed during a routine face transplant. Apparently an Altoid fell from the lips of a texting nurse into her exposed eye cavity. The immune response was curiously strong. It was ultimately fatal. But you know what was surprising is that her dying body accepted the new face she was getting, which was a beautiful one. It was that of her young Latina intern who had agreed to exchange faces just to pay off her college loans or something. Consuela and I still Skype sometimes. We don't have much to say to each other, but I like seeing Phyllis's face. Phyllis fucking loved you though. You, god damn it. He was billed as the last Jewess in the Balkans. And he lip-synced something from Yentl, yeah, under the name Crystal Nacht. I lost an uncle in Auschwitz. Granted, he fell out of a guard tower, but we were all victims. Too soon? Look at that victim face. Look at that. He was good. God, he was too good. His applause drowned out my introduction, and, well, I refused to go on. But on my way out, I wiped that fucking smirk off his face. When he begged me to take him with me, oh, my face might have been my mother's. It was so still. I said to him, Crystal, to walk away, you've got to leave something behind. I'll marry you on the condition that a wig never touch your head again. I will own your air rights. He agreed. And we've been inseparable ever since, and we'll continue to be right inseparable. In a flute. But it's like immigration. Fuck, it's Barbara Streisand. As if! Withdraw from my periphery. I'm having a nervous breakdown. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're remaining fans of Hedwig because trash kid put on some of his mom's eyeliner, grabbed his beat up Jcm guitar, and called himself Tommy No Sense! Tommy! Can you hear me? From this mentless tent, you sucked the very business we call show! Tonya fucking Harding. Okay, you want to know about Tominosis? That's why you're here. I'll tell you about Tominosis. Get this dead thing off of me! Leute, wir organisieren hier, bleib dran! After my divorce? Not now, too late. After my divorce! I binged on box wine and cheap sex until I finally hit my bottom. He hit me back. I found myself alone in a sawed-off Winnebago licking the last of the blow off my MacBook Pro. But wait, there's less. I lay in bed for days, disaster baiting. Until I finally decided to throw myself on the job market, which was more than the market could bear. I scraped by with babysitting gigs and odd jobs, mostly the jobs we called low. Student rush people here seem to understand what I'm saying. I sat for the baby of General Sc. He was the commander of the nearby army fort. His other son was the artist, formerly known as my fuckboy, Tommy Sc. Tommy was a 17-year-old, four-eyed, pock-marked, Dungeons and Dragons obsessed Jesus freak with a fish on his truck. And I found him incredibly hot. Was it his disdain for authority? Was it his struggle with organized religion? One day I walked in on him punishing the bishop in the bath. The door was wide open. He was clearly waiting for me. I reached down. I finished his grace off. I dropped a flyer in the water. By the way, Tommy, I am performing a short set tonight downtown at Dr. Espresso's Seattle-style coffee enema bar. Maybe I'll see you there. I returned to my first love of music. I had tried singing once back in Berlin. They threw tomatoes. After the show, I had a nice salad. But newly motivated, I got myself a cheap electric piano. I found a couple of Korean sergeants' wives who churned out a mean rhythm section. It became quite a draw singing the hits of the day under the name The Angry Inch. That night, the audience was small, but hostile. Another one by Creed. About Quang Yi on guitar, give it up! Quang Yi. Okay, give it up, Quang. Stop it. I can't see your eyes, I never have, I'll never trust you. Walk away. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we have a little celebrity over by the sweet and low. Ladies and gentlemen, little Tommy Sc, the general's son. That's more than I got. Don't be embarrassed. Alright, I'm a little nervous myself because this is the first song I've ever written, and it's written for a guy to sing. Could I have a drinky, honey? Now we're talking to John Mayer's people. But then again, the sun is in your eyes. And hurricanes and rain, black and cloudy skies. They're running out and down that hill. You turn it on in our flat. injunction, sedate the smile. Remember Mrs. Blackpin when she turned around. You lift the candle of a choice, you know you can't follow my voice through the dark turns and noise of his peculiar town. The next day I was putting the little speck baby to bed. But Tommy suddenly... It's the shroud of that thing. Tommy suddenly appeared with a very expensive looking electric guitar. Your show. That song. My dad gave me this guitar to apologize for being a pathetic little dictator. Do you want to come up to my room? We went up to the attic. He sang me songs, classics. I was informed. The bands were new to me. Boston, Kansas, America, Europe, Asia. I put my hand on the strings. Travel exhausts me. Where are you from, Hedwig? I told him my story. His face might have been a Yes album cover. It was so still. Have you accepted Jesus Christ, the Son of God, as your personal Savior? No. But I love His work. Jesus loves you. Yes, but He's not in love with me. You know what He saved us from? His fucking father. Right? I mean, what kind of God creates Adam in His image and then what pulls Eve out of him to keep him company and then tells him not to eat from the tree of knowledge? He's so fucking micromanaging. So was Adam. But Eve wanted to know shit. She took a bite of the apple. She found out what was good and what was evil, and she gave it to Adam so he would know, because they were in love, which was good. They now knew from the apple. Hedwig, will you give me the apple? Words spilling from those lips and his eyes. His irises were clear cylinders of surprising depth and emptiness. Only a few puddles of bluish pain sloshed around inside. Same blue as my eyes. At the time, Tommy's performance options were limited to the occasional guitar mass. Now, I initiated a 6-month curriculum of rock history, lyrics, grooming, and vocal training, my patented oven technique. For his graduation present, I gave him his name, Tommy Gnosis, the Greek word for knowledge. We collaborated, songs exploded out of us. We started singing backup from the Dr. Espressos, and teenage girls started showing up. Jesus Christ, I added a few duets, standing room only. Then, the Sizzler called. Game changer! With that kind of money coming in week after week. We were outgrossing monster trucks in Wichita. But that kind of money coming in, I was able to give up all my other jobs and devote myself entirely to our career. We were very happy. Jesus Christ, I was looking at animals. The digital age, ladies and gentlemen, real things become very important, don't they? One day, I am curled up in the trailer with my usual late afternoon constitutional of grain, alcohol, and Britain. I like to be good to myself. Suddenly, Tommy's at the door in tears. Honey, what is it? My dad, and my mom, and my parents. I hold him, as I never had been held, but as usual he squirms, he slides behind me, he clutches my spine to his chest, and suddenly very much aware that we haven't kissed in all the months we've been together, I know. In fact, he's maintained a near perfect ignorance of the frontal. Honey, why don't you work on that new song while I finish shaving your eyebrows? Look what you've done. Fuck, what? Another song blows in from the trailer next door. The song has been playing on a loop for 3 days. Tommy looks up at me through new lenses, one blue and one pink. What do you think? Does love last forever? No, but this song does. Do not mock a multi-platinum single. I wish I could hit those notes. Honey, move your lips, I'll sing them for you from a shadowy corner of the stage, like Mick Jagger's backup singer. We laugh at the professional reference. And I return to his brows. Seriously, Tom, yeah. I believe love is immortal. Look what we've done. God damn it, how is it immortal? I swear, in a small trailer. Perhaps because love creates something that was not there before. What? Like procreation? Yeah, but not only. What? Recreation? He grabs my ass, he laughs. I don't. Sometimes just creation. Don't move. I paint a bold silver cross on his forehead. Honey, have you thought of a C after that D flat? Look what you've done. Tommy slowly rises and draws the curtains that are attached at the top and the bottom. He holds out his hand. I take it, and I am filled with an ancient clarity. He's the one. There's no blood in my eyes, there's no blood on his face, and yet he is the one. The one who was taken. Twin, born by fission, he'll die in fusion, our fusion, cold fusion, unlimited power, unlimited knowledge. All secrets he must hold, the memories that we shared, but I have forgotten the words to complete the sentence that I began. I am, my eyes filled with muddy neighboring tears. Our head whip. When Eve was still inside Adam, they were in paradise. It's when she was pulled out of him, that's when paradise was lost. So, when she enters him again, paradise will be regained. however you want it, honey, just kiss me while we do it. Then wrench his body around to face mine and thrust his hands between me.
What is that?
That's what I have to work with, honey. My mom is probably fucking sissy. What are you afraid of? I love you. And love the front of me. He runs out the back door. room for both of us in the air. The German. Think of the publicity. Think of the symmetry. Think of the power. The gods would be. I was born on the outside of a town ripped in two, and no matter how hard I tried, I end up black and blue. I rose from off of the doctor's slab. I lost a piece of my heart. Now everyone gets to take a stab. They cut me up into parts. I gave a piece to my mother. I gave a piece to my man. Give a piece to the rock star. He took the good stuff and dried.